presents. It's another dazzling lifestyles of origin.
Now everybody wanna shine.
Everybody wanna see their name up in the lights.
Everybody wanna level high in the sky.
They don't want a piece, they want the whole fucking pie. They don't wanna work or even try. They stuck in a mother life, ain't got no traction.
Go think for yourself, don't follow fashion.
Yo, Wagwan, my people down in Oz. This is AJ from Fire from the Gods. Shout out to Heavy Mike for having me. And we're chatting about Soul Revolution, the Collabs. Wagwan!
Hey, what an intro, brother. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fantastic, my bro. I'm good. I'm feeling good. My head's up. I just got told that I'm having a third child, which is going to be a third girl. So I'm fucking fantastic.
Fuck yeah, brother. Congratulations, mate. That's great news for the morning.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Well, it wasn't my morning that I heard it.
True that. I've got two young daughters myself, bro, and daughters are a beautiful thing.
Cool.
Girl squad, baby.
That's
Girl
what I missed.
squad, hell yeah. Good on you.
We've been badass, strong, brave, smart women in the town.
And I bet you AJ's not going to argue about that either because he's way outnumbered now.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Number 3 now. So what are you saying, bro? Heavy Mag, let's talk to me. Talk to me, man.
What would you like to know, mate? Are you interviewing me this time? Are we having something different? This is great.
Probably.
So we're here to talk about, as you say, mate, the release of Soul Revolution Deluxe, the Collabs, which is out in June. So it's an extension of 2022's album Soul Revolution, mate. But do you still get the sort of the same feeling releasing a deluxe version of an album as what you do when the original comes out?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think I'm happy about this one because, as I've told everyone, most press, that it's about the family with this one. It's about the homies, some really solid, close, individuals to Fire from the Gods. So I'm really excited about this one. I am excited about the release. Typically, Fire from the Gods, we'll release a record and then we do some sort of reimagined version of it. We've done it since our first record, Narrative. And it's always like, okay, cool, and I'm glad, and people are really excited about hearing the different version of the song, or a different take, or a reimagining again of the record. But with this one, it's collabs. It's people that we specifically really are close to our hearts as brothers, as bands, as musicians. So we really handpicked those that we wanted for this, and I didn't want to blow it up and get a massive name on it and spend a ton of money going after JD, Jonathan Davis, or some big name to try and boost sales or anything. We really wanted to do it as some homies that we wanted to show love, and some people that we know really respect our band and respect what we got going on.
Yeah, that's fantastic, bro. And the original came out on October 28th in 2022, mate. So on that album, mate, did fans embrace that as much as what you thought they would?
That's a great question, because hardcore Fire from the Gods fans really enjoyed the record, but I feel like it was at a weird time for us to release a record because there was so much happening at our label and so much, and I'm not blaming anyone for the difference between the American Sun and as opposed to Soul Revolution, but I think it didn't reach enough ears, essentially, what I'm saying. But hardcore Fire from the Gods fans really did fuck with the record and really loved it. And that's enough for me, because that lets me know that the message really is out there and spreading.
Yeah. That actually sort of leads me to my next thought, bro. In the modern age of music, when things are they're easier in a lot of ways, but they're difficult as well. How do you measure the success of an album these days? Back in the old days, your mates would ring you up and they go, "Yeah, man, that was fucking great," But these days, you got Spotify numbers, you've got so many different things. How do you measure it?
There's so many metrics, right, to say the success of a record and all these new things, because obviously hardcore album sales, as far as selling a a physical CD, that's almost a thing of the past. I mean, that's obsolete. So yeah, you have all these metrics and all these small increments, and it gets in, these weird calculations and different equations. But for me, it's the response that I get from fans. We just played 2 major festivals here in the States, and people, the response to the newer songs and playing songs like I, which is off Soul Revolution, or SOS we've played, and people, they hear it and they talk about the message and what it means to them. That to me is the success of a record. That's success. That is gratifying and self-edifying enough for me to say I'm doing some real good. And I'm not trying to sound like a social justice warrior or exalting myself as a person to look up to, but it's like, I go through real shit, and I'm a real dude, man. And my band, we're real guys, and we live real lives. And so I make music for real people. And when real people come back to me and say, yo, I feel that struggle, I'm going through something similar, or I've been through this and the music has done this for me, it means a lot. And that to me is the success of a record.
Fucking beautiful answer, brother. So you sort of touched on this before, man, but I want to go into a bit more depth now. Like Soul Revolution Deluxe, the Collabs features 4 refreshed fan favorites and 1 cover. So I want to run through the new additions one by one, bro, and you can tell me a bit more about the new versions and why you chose the people to be on it. So we'll start with Soul Revolution, which features Yung Mosh.
Yo, so I started a record label with some homies, man, and we're trying to do something quite different as far as hip hop is and the scene of new metal coming back, and where hip hop and metal intersect. So Yung Mosh, it perfectly displays that, and it wasn't about an ego boost, like, oh, look at my artist, like kind of like rappers do, like in the hip hop scene, it's always like, let me put my artist on so that everyone can hear what I'm doing and hear my new guy. No, it was like, yo, we wrote this dope song, and Yung Mosh has this vibe about him and their band. I was like, yo, let's put my man on this song and let him do his thing. And he did. You know what I'm saying? He added, the brutality that is in their music, the heaviness of his voice and his style. So it perfectly suited him. So Soul Revolution, man, and he is a big fan of Fire from the Gods. So I know it meant a lot for him to be on a track with us.
And the next one is SOS, which features Nate Vickers.
Yeah. So Nate has become this like massive TikTok kind of star, but a little do people know, he's got Jared Leto and the guys Shinedown and all these amazing singers that follow him on TikTok and love his stuff and he's done Linkin Park covers that the world likes, and he has all these followers. But he started as just a kid that used to hang around in the studio with Fire from the Gods, and he developed his sound with some of our like major collaborators, and Richie from Fire from the Gods helps write his music. And so it meant something to us because he's got popular, but he has a particular vibe to him in his voice. That's really why I wanted him on it, because that song is very emotional and it comes from an emotional place, and he's like the emo kid that everyone loves now. So it's like, let's put our brother on the song, and the same with Double-Edged Sword. Sylar isn't even very active right now as a band, but Jayden is a massive homie of mine. He's someone that I've respected for years, and we come from the same scene in New York City, the same hardcore scene that I came up in. And I was like, I saw him at a industry party in New York that was actually a release party for Soul Revolution, the original version of the record. And I was like, bro, I'm so glad you're here. I haven't seen you in forever. And the streets miss Sylar. And he, we had this like emotional reunion because I hadn't seen him in a while. But, and it just made sense. It was like, yo, let's put Jayden on the track. I don't know if Sylar's going to come back in full force, but I know that my boy Jayden really loves and respects Fire from the Gods. And it was beautiful to have him as part of it all.
So we'll move on to the one that I'm really interested in, mate. 1,000 Lifetimes, which has got Corey Glover from Living Colour.
Yes. An OG, man, an OG in the business, an OG in just consciousness and just and a dynamite individual, man. We really, since when we got signed to Better Noise Entertainment, which was 11-7 at the time, everyone kind of threw around this idea of, yo, let's collab with Corey Glover, because they're like, everyone, yo, we know Corey Glover, and I'm like, Corey Glover, you mean the cult of personality Corey Glover, the man? Yeah. And so Corey Glover on a track is a dynamite collab, man, and he killed it, man. One of the best voices in the game, underrated but known and respected. So there's not much more I could say to it. And the way he brought out an already emotional song and a song that meant a lot to me personally, I think he did his thing, I mean, he blessed it. He blessed the song.
I've actually only just realised, man, the pennies just dropped, but Corey's just brought out a new band, and they're actually called Soul Revolution. So that's the ultimate compliment they can pay that album.
Yeah.
Right,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and then the cover on the album is Guerilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine, mate. Like, great fucking song, but why did you choose that particular song to cover?
I love Rage Against the Machine, man, and I grew up like really respecting the band because they spoke to me. When I first heard Rage Against the Machine, I'd never heard that anyone speak like that on a record and have that sort of aggression and the political charged lyrics. It was everything that I was taught as a kid. He was talking about the issues that really affected my community. So I wanted to really, I looked up to Rage Against the Machine, and Guerilla Radio was one of the first tunes one of the first tunes I'd ever heard from Rage, and I learned it as a kid. I played drums to it. So when the band was like, "Yo, let's find a song to cover," yeah, we wanted to do a lot of other things like Jimi Hendrix. We wanted to do a lot of other really cool things, and someone said, "Yo, Rage Against the Machine," and it made so much sense. So it was perfect for us, man. And I think we made it our own. We didn't just do a cover for cover.
And bands like at your level, bro, like do you consult other bands before doing their songs? Like, would you have called Zach and sort of told him that you're going to do it and gave him a listen, or
no. No, man, I've tried to reach out to Rage so much and tried to talk to those guys, and it's never been like, I don't know, it took a while for us to get clearance, but that was kind of my way of saying, like, in sports, when they're like, oh, come and get me kind of thing, when someone wants to transfer to a team, so me saying like, yo, I really respect you and I look up to you, fucking take us on tour, man, like,
damn straight.
Exactly.
So you've chosen those 4 songs and the cover to go on the deluxe version, mate. But how do you like, albums are very personal things for artists, as you know. So how do you choose which songs to sort of revamp and put out again? Because I could imagine you would have liked to do all of them in a sense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to. I'm sorry. Say that again, mate. Because
how did you choose those particular 4 songs? Like, I could imagine you'd probably want to do all of them and that.
We just wanted to give. I wanted to showcase the songs that we really liked and really loved on the record, and those were like the ones that meant a lot. And I thought that a lot of people deserved to like hear those and hadn't heard them before, and that.
Cool. Now, you've not long finished a long touring campaign, including shows with Seven Dust, of Mice and Men, Megadeth, Five Finger Death Punch, plus a few festivals, mate. So are you taking a break for a bit now to refresh, especially now you're going to become a dad again?
Yeah, we got a new record, man, we're working on, bro. We got to write this new record.
Yeah. And how far into that are you, bro? Like, is it going to be what fans expect from Fire from the Gods, or are you just going to pull out a few surprises?
I think we're gonna try and go back to our roots a little bit, man, of being like just, you know, the heaviness, the struggle hasn't changed, the message hasn't changed, but the anger and the ferocity is still there, and I think that's what we're about.
Very good, mate. All right, AJ. Well, thanks very much for your time today, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. You're an inspiration, bro. It's good to talk to you this time of day. But congratulations on the new baby girl as well, brother. It's a great day.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Success. It's another dazzling lifestyle of a rich and famous.
Now everybody wanna shine.
Everybody wanna see their name up in the lights.
Everybody wanna level high in the sky.
They don't want a piece, they want the whole fucking pie. They don't wanna work or even try. They stuck in a mother life and got no traction.
Go think for yourself, don't follow fashion.
Like and repeat for the reaction.
Full of bad chat, but not full of action.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm losing all control. Disease, losing my grip on reality. Am I wasting my breath to find that I'm left behind? Yeah. It's a double-edged sword when the blind lead the blind.
I refuse to walk a step in your shoes, never lose, yeah. Out of mind, but I ain't blinded by the fame and the nonsense.
They stuck in a mother life and got no traction. They think for themselves so they follow fashion. Like and repeat for the reaction.
Full of bad chat, but not full of action.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm losing all control. Disease, losing my grip on reality. Am I wasting my breath to find that I'm left behind?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword when the blind lead the blind. Can we just learn to live again? Can we just learn to live again? Can we just learn to live again? Just learn to live again.
My life's in a different direction. Need to change my trajectory, but it's okay that I'm still
Losing all